What were the attitudes for people with disabilities? Again, it was a mixed bag because it was good and bad depending on the disability and depending on the stature of your family. If you were a rich family with slaves and servants, having a disability wasn't exactly a major problem because all the things that you needed to do were done by slaves anyway. Whereas if you were a mother who gave birth to a child with a severe deformity, and you were basically a peasant family, with no money or land, then according to the Trev tables, which was the Roman version of the Constitution, you were advised by the law to take that child to the hillside and leave it there. Okay, abandon the child. So it depends on your stature, it depends on the severity of your disability. For example, and it also depends how you got your disability. If you were born from it, then if you were born with it, then yes, you might end up on the hillside. If you got a disability in battle, if you were a Roman soldier and you got a battle wound, if you were blinded in battle, well then you were revered and honoured for being brave in battle. Right. Now, with that said, people with certain type of disability, particularly curved spines, so you're talking people with spina bifida, they were used as slaves, and in particular, they were recorded to be used by Roman women as kind of pets of entertainment. You know, when you see rich women tying dogs in the bags nowadays, that's what they would have been used back then. People with spina bifida and curved spine, they would have used them for this very same reason. And going back to the definition of monster, they would have picked up, and I mean literally shopped for these pets of entertainment, for a better word, lack of a better word, at I think called Monster Market, which were a market for slaves, and in particular, people with disabilities. And these people with disabilities who were used as pets, in a sense, were actually locked in cages in these markets, and Roman women can go in and select which one they wanted to buy and have other entertainment piece to show off to their fans. Now, with that said, there were laws that helped certain disabilities, and we will go on to the next question. Right, in particular blind people, right? There were laws for blind people to help blind people. Blind people make their wills, so it's stated that people who are blind and want to make their wills, there has to be a multiple witnesses so as to protect the person when someone's writing the will for them. And also because the person who is blind can still speak, in court they were allowed to represent themselves and they were allowed to speak for themselves because, as I said before, Roman culture values communication and values speech. Whereas people who are deaf and mute weren't allowed, avoided the luxury in court. They weren't able to speak for themselves or talk for themselves or communicate for themselves. Now, then soldiers in battle who were injured in battle were given a state pension when they retired. So that was another protection for people who were disabled. First, now, as I say, there's a lot more to speak on this topic, but I hope I have made sense and I have struck some interest in this topic. It's a very broad topic, a very interesting topic. There's a lot more to be said about it, there's a lot more to be researched about it. But I hope this gives you an appetite of what ancient Rome was like for a person with a disability. So, in conclusion, it depends on the type of disability. If you were blind, you were treated with more respect than you were if you were deaf or mute. If you got your disability from birth and you were seen as a burden on your family, then you were told, your parents were told to abandon you. Whereas if you got disability in battle, then you were revered and honoured and seen as brave. So yes, it's a mixed bag of results, I think. And there's a lot more to say, but I'm getting conscious over time. I'm way over time here. Okay, I hope this is interesting. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did, and I hope to make another one because I think there's a lot more to us talk about. Please let me know and thank you for listening. Okay, bye.